Hey, how's it going, guys? And Nerds here back with another locals. We're here with our second week of locals that we're able to go to, and I am going to be taking some more feedback from the comment section, and I'm going to slow down and try to make a more clear on the gameplay. So I'm slowing down the gameplay as well, so that I can articulate more of what I want to do. On the left side, I am playing a blue hybrid that is pretty popular nowadays, especially being one of the top decks of the format. And on the right is my opponent playing a yellow hybrid, or more of a yellow toolbox, from as we see as they hatch an Upa and go into like Agumon, the one that as the like inheritable. If you have 3 or more tamers, you get to draw a card whenever you attack. They play a TK for their turn, putting me over to 4, as we're going to take that, and we are playing with the mulligan rules this time around, as we did a couple weeks ago. And even with the mulligan, I have a horrible hand, the first and the second hand, so I have to play with what I have, as I just, with the 4 memory that they give me, I am able to play a Sora Joe tamer, and that's about it, as I will they pass over 3, as they're gonna use all of the 3 memory to go into a ShineGreymon, which I have not seen in a very long time, and gonna go right up to the ShineGreymon, pretty in theme with that whole set. And the ShineGreymon is going to let them play a card, which is going to put me in a very weird predicament where I don't ever want to put them down to 3 security at all. But at least with them putting me at 3, I'm able to. Oh no, they put me at 2. I play a Hammer Spark to go to 3. Play a Strawberry to kind of filter through my deck a little more. Try to get more of trying to get back into this game, because I'm already behind, and I unfortunately misplay. Even though I grabbed the Tommy, me in my head still thinking like, oh, Tommy will remove the 3 sources away from the ShineGreymon, I can stop it, and I played a Holly Memory Boost instead. That was a huge mistake in this matchup, as the ShineGreymon is still gonna have the GeoGreymon as the inheritable. Looking like this is probably going to be a ShineGreymon build, since they are playing the Kari, and because I've played my ShineGreymon a lot, they're gonna stack up their tamers in the back. Now they have a Zoe and a Kari, and the Zoe did get them a Kazemon, so they're gonna be so ahead in this game, as I'm going to waste the turn by promoting the Strabi, evolving into the Kunamon to be able to get rid of a source, at least drawing a card from the Kiaramon. And I'm going to crack the Holly Memory Boost, gain 2 memory, go into Beowulfmon, attack with the Beowulfmon just to get back the Kumamon, just to make it so that at least I have a play for next turn, and at least I am trying to like cycle all of my hybrids back into my hand. Here I'm really hoping that I'm trying to bait out the ShineGreymon, so at least he only gets to get rid of 2 targets. As he does play the ShineGreymon, getting rid of like my board, I am perfectly a-okay with that, especially because that is one the ShineGreymon that was pretty wasted. He never suspended the tamers, but that's fine. It actually did not matter at this moment, as I'm just going to slowly try to get back through by putting a Strabi into the raising area, trying to draw as much as I can, and then just put in the Holly Memory Boost to hold that ShineGreymon so it doesn't hit me at all. They're going to promote the Harrismon, and then they're going to evolve the Kazi on top of the Zoe, drawing a card, and then going to the Jet Sylphie, drawing a card and recovering 1, which I did have to remind that he does have to draw first and then recover. He's going to attack with the Harrismon, which I think it was really just to get a free like Pokken, since the ShineGreymon is frozen at the moment. And the Jet Sylphie right there is going to be really like now I know that he's playing the full like hybrid package, so he's going to play another Zoe. He does not get another hybrid from the security, which means that his security is either stacked or he doesn't have any more hybrids, most likely because there are no hybrids over there. I'm going to promote the Strabi. I'm going to strip away the Zoe from the Jet Sylphimon with the Kumamon to draw a card with the Kiaramon, trying to get back into this game as much as I can. I really don't want to put him at 3 security, but this is the only way for me to like secure not dying from the ShineGreymon. But I do have to put him. I know he was at 5 security because of the Jet Sophie. My fault. I wanted to poke and put him to 4 so that I can at least freeze the ShineGreymon and put him back to 4. So I have as long as I build enough of a board, I'm able to just swing for game in 1 turn. A strategy that was used a lot like against me whenever I faced a like Imperial player when I was playing like ShineGreymon. Really like effective. He's going to start the turn with a Upa, go into Agu, and go into GeoGreymon just to go and draw more and more cards and try to filter through his deck, as he's going to swing with the Jet Sophie, hit the Absolute Blast, and because I don't want him to have any level 5s on the board, just so that he doesn't go into his higher end, I'm going to put back the Jet Sophie, and the ShineGreymon can just stay there frozen, and I'm trying to use it as much bait as I can. And the Strabi is still living there, as he's just going to go into the Sephiroth to pass the turn. As the security is gonna be pretty buff, I think plus 6k DP right now, so that's gonna be really hard to get by. Either way, I'm not going to swing unless I have to. I'm gonna play the Sukaimon in the raising, and I'm going to start to strip away more and more of the Seraph to get rid of the Tamer, and to draw a card with a Kirama. My hand is pretty stacked right now, but I still don't have what I need to clutch out the game, and I want to be able to freeze as much as I can, because I do see that he has potentially 4 swings next turn to my 3 security. I'm trying to make it so that even though he's at 3, he still can have lethal on board. So I do have to go for the swing, freezing the ShineGreymon, attacking, and he's gonna hit me with the Spiral Masquerade. I did have to blur out like a little bit because like the faces were shown, so I did want to make sure that I do have that going for me. At the moment, I'm going to swing with the Strabi. The Spiral did hit the Kumamon. Right now, I'm trying to set myself up so that I have game next turn, as I'm going to play the blue memory boost. Just grabbing the Siakomon, I believe that's what it was. Even though he's gonna go to 5, at least he only has 2 swings. But if he has 2 hybrids in hand, he's able to go for game. I'm hoping to at least in my security have an Ice Wall or a Hammer Spark, which I don't. I have a Tummy, which I'm going to strip away these sources from the GeoGreymon. The GeoGreymon is going to attack. The other security is going to be a Madoki Betamon. He has one of the hybrids. Now here's hoping that he doesn't have another one. Even though he didn't change what he like his memory. It didn't matter because he did have another one for game, so that is for game 1. Being really behind, extremely hurt, and that misplay in the first few turns with the Howling Memory Boost, extremely hurt, because I could have used that later on to stall out for like another turn. So I'm gonna make him go first for game number 2. He's gonna hatch into the Pigmon, and now this time he has the really bad hand, which is good for me. He's just going to hard play a Seraphmon to put me to 6, so I have a lot to play with right now. I'm gonna go into the Madoki Betamon in my racing, go to Sora and Joe for 4 memory, and then put him to 1 with a Tamihimi, trying to choke him out as much as I can, since I don't see him having ATK at all. So at least with this, he's going to go into the Jet Sophie. He did not draw or recover, unfortunately. I think he was very upset about his hand, and we didn't even notice that he didn't draw or the recover one. This might take effect during the during the rest of the game, even though I doubt it. But I'm going to strip away the source with the Kumamon, go on top of the Kumamon with the Korikaku for 1, putting him to 1 again, and freezing the Jet Sylphimon to be able to use the Jet Sophie as a Sora and Joe target. But then he goes on top of it with a Lord Nightmon, which threw me completely off. I was not expecting Lord Nightmon in this deck. I was just expecting the full ShineGreymon to be right there, but very fortunate for me that I did have the Beowulfmon to be able to go on top of the Korikaku to be able to swing, return the Korikaku back to my hand, freeze the Lord Nightmon so he cannot swing and cannot get any of those effects. And I do draw from the Kiaramon's inheritable for me, stripping away like sources from my opponent. So I am trying to keep him as much as I can at 1 or at 2, so that every time he can pass over to me, I still gain the 2 from Soren Joe. As I'm going to go on top of the Tommy with the Korikakumon to freeze the Lord Nightmon again, promote the Strabimon, and I'm just gonna keep on trying to ride the value train as much as I can with what I am like given with him being at 4 the security with the Kari on the board. I once again want to make it so that I don't give him any like extra memory, but he is going to play the Symphony number 1, which I have not seen at all in a very long time, to kill the Korikaku. So now he's able to swing next turn with the Lord Nightmon. He did try to swing with the Lord Nightmon, but then I had to remind him that he is like frozen because of the Korikaku. I'm going to hatch and go into a Siakumon in the back. As I'm going to play another Soren Joe and just go into the Kumamon to try to keep on choking him. Now he can swing with Lord Nightmon in his turn. Really good for him because he is trying to be as aggressive as he can, as he's going to Digivolve on top of the card with the Seraphmon. Attack with the Lord Nightmon. I do ask him if he wants to like activate the effect. He does not, and now he has a now he's trying to figure out what he's going to do, and I think he just goes for the Spiral Masquerade, killing my board. Now he has the pressure on the field, as I'm going to gain 4 from both of my Soren Joe to each, as I'm going to go into the Beowulf one on top of my Kumamon for 3, because there is no tamer underneath like my hybrid. But at least now I'm able to go into the like Azulong big boss monster of this deck. I'm going to strip away the Kari from the Sephiroth, and I'm going to gain some memory back, and he's going to check 3 memory, which is going to check absolutely like nothing that matters, because right there I just clear his whole like security, leaving only 1. With only 2 memory left, I am able to go for 1 more like hybrid swing. I just don't know which one I want to be able to go into, as I'm going to go into the Kumamon on top of the Soren Joe for 2. There is only for me to strip anything away, but I'm going to use a Hammer Spark to go into the Beowulf one for 1, returning the Kumamon, returning the Seraph to the hand, attacking the last of the security, and pretty much he has to do something to be able to clear 4 of my securities, as I'm going to play a Strabi, getting a Korikaku to ensure game next turn, as he's going to look into his hand, see what he can actually do with what he is given. He has nothing in the racing area, so even with the Lord Nightmon swinging, I don't think he's able to do anything at all. He's actually going to swing into my Beowulfmon, playing a Salamon, and I believe he does realize that this is just game next turn, as he's going to go into the Sephiroth, draw a card, and he does not see any answers, as the Azulong helps me take game 2. We're going to hop into game 3, trying to take this as more of a control-y game, since we now know what he is playing like after like what game 1 like has like given us. And I do decide to keep this hand, hatch the Upamon, which we have not seen all set, go into the Siako and just hard play a Strabimon, get like looking at the top 3, getting a tamer and a hybrid, which unlike last week, I'm able to actually see 2 things with the Strabi. I don't know what happened last week, but I was doing really bad, as he's going to hatch a Upamon, go into a Labramon, and then going to play a Zoe to get a hybrid from the security and recover one. The Labramon, whenever it kills as inheritable, whenever it kills like something by DP reduction, you are able to draw a card. Then he's just going to go right on top of the Zoe with the Sepramon that he did grab. So now like that security is stacked. But I'm going to strip away the Zoe with the Kumamon for 2 memory. Not drawing a card from the Kumamon because it's not a Kiaramon, and I'm going to freeze it with the Korikaku so that next turn he can attack. And as he's just going to hard play a TK, grabbing a ShineGreymon, and then recovering 1. Now I do have to be careful as I'm going to hatch a Kiaramon, go into a Madoki Betamon. Now that he has a level 3 play to go on to next turn, I'm going to evolve, bounce back the Seraphmon, and going to lift that check with the Beowulfmon. Now I do have a Korikaku in my hand, which is going to be really helpful, and I'm going to activate a Hammer Spark to put in so that I'm able to play a Davis to put him to 3. Trying to keep this game pretty fair. Now that we both have a Memory Tamer on the field, this game 3 is going to be a lot more even. He's going to hatch the Upamon, go into another Labramon on top of the Upamon, and for 2 memory he's going to go into the Kazemon, drawing a card, and let's see if he's able to capitalize. I believe the ShineGreymon should be coming up next, as he's going to play the ShineGreymon. When he digivolves, he's able to play a Yellow Tamer, which is going to be a Kari. Now I do have to be careful about attacking his security because now he's able to go to 4 memory instead of just 3. I'm going to promote the Madoki Betamon, play the Tamihimi to get rid of the sources of the ShineGreymon, so he can no longer gain memory or draw a card like if he's like lower than 3 like security. As I'm going to hard play a Pokemon, grabbing Tommy and a Korikaku, trying to set myself up for next turn. As he's going to promote the Labramon for his turn, only at 3 memory because I refuse to attack and give him any more memory than I have to. As he's going to go into the Lord Nightmon, which struck me kind of weird because I thought he was going to have a ShineGreymon in hand. He's going to attack the Lord Nightmon, activating this effect to get an Agumon on the field. It's going to be a Beowulfmon that I still have not yet to have any results with, unfortunately, and he's going to go on top of the Agumon with the GeoGreymon. Now that I have 4 attacks on board with 3 security, I had to make sure that I could have game for this. So I'm going to go into the Azulong, stripping away all of the stores, and since they each have 1, I get to strip all of them away. Azulong lets me gain 3 memory back, so now being at 1 memory, just make sure that he was able to read like the effect of like a Azulong. I'm going to just be able to swing with 3 security. He's just going to scoop it up, knowing that like Azulong is going to clear his whole security. Plus I have 3 other like attackers. He said GG, and that was game 3. Hope you guys enjoyed a much calmer the commentary, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Until next time, guys, peace.